Welcome back to my channel, Sammy Pie the Now. I'm so glad you're here today because we are diving deep into a topic that's not just relevant, but absolutely crucial for anyone who wants to take control of their life, their finances, and ultimately, their happiness. If you're ready to make a change, stick with me, and by the end of this talk, you'll have a clearer idea of how to build your own castle. And if you're feeling what I'm saying, go ahead and write, "I build my castle," in the comments to show you're ready to start this journey with me. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded by messages telling us to buy. The newest phone, the trendiest clothes, the latest gadgets. It's a never-ending cycle of consumption. These tech companies, marketing agencies, and retail giants are constantly working to convince us that happiness is just one purchase away. But the truth is that spending money on frivolous things is the very thing that often makes us poor. Not just financially, but also in terms of time, freedom, and peace of mind. You see, every time we spend on unnecessary items, we are in fact sacrificing a piece of our future. We're handing over our hard-earned money, the very thing that could be building our own financial security, to build the profits of others. And what do we get in return? A moment of excitement, a brief flash of novelty that soon fades, leaving us exactly where we started, or often even worse off than before. Let's talk about the true cost of this kind of spending. Sure, it may seem harmless to buy a new phone every year or splurge on that must-have gadget, but let's look deeper. Each of these decisions is not just a financial transaction, it's a decision that impacts our lives in profound ways. When we spend money on things we don't truly need, we create a deficit, not just in our bank accounts, but in our time and our energy. We end up having to work more to make up for the money we lost. We have to put in extra hours, take on side gigs, or even pick up another job just to balance the books. And what's the result? We spend more time working and less time living, less time for ourselves, less time to relax, to reflect, and to recharge, less time to enjoy the simple pleasures of life, to read a book, to go for a walk, or just to sit quietly and think. Less time with our families and friends, the very people who bring meaning and joy to our lives. We miss out on holidays, on family gatherings, on those precious moments that we can never get back. And all because we've been lured into believing that we need to spend our money on things that, in the end, add very little real value to our lives. Stoic philosophy teaches us to seek wisdom, virtue, and self-control. It tells us that true wealth is not found in what we own, but in what we can do without. And this is where many of us get it wrong. We fall into the illusion that having more means being more, that by acquiring more, we are somehow becoming more valuable ourselves. But this is a trap. It's a cycle that keeps us chained to a life of endless work and endless dissatisfaction. Because as long as we believe that the next thing, the next phone, the next gadget, the next shiny object is the key to happiness, we will always be chasing, always running, and never arriving. And here's the kicker. While we're busy building the castles of these tech companies, making them richer, we forget to build our own. We forget to invest in ourselves, in our future, in our happiness. So what does it mean to build your own castle? It means taking back control of your life. It means recognizing that every dollar you spend is a choice between investing in your own future or contributing to the bottom line of someone else. It means creating a solid foundation of financial stability, where you are not constantly at the mercy of your next paycheck, where you are not stressed about unexpected expenses or emergencies. By building your own castle, you are creating a life of freedom and peace of mind. You are making sure you have money set aside for difficult times, so you don't have to panic every time life throws you a curveball. You are giving yourself the freedom to take a break when you need it, to spend time with your loved ones, to go on holiday, to enjoy the fruits of your labor without constantly feeling like you're playing catch-up. Think about it. When we spend frivolously, we often find ourselves caught in a vicious cycle. We spend money on things we don't need, and then we have to work harder and longer to make up for the money we've lost. But the more we work, the less time we have for ourselves, for our families, for the things that truly matter. And so, we get tired. We feel exhausted, burned out, and unhappy. And in our fatigue, we fall back into the trap. We buy something to make ourselves feel better, to reward ourselves for all the hard work. And the cycle starts all over again. But here's the thing. Life is too short to be caught in this cycle. Life is too short to spend all your time working just to spend money on things that don't bring real joy or fulfillment. Life is meant to be lived, to be enjoyed, to be cherished, to be savored. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to be truly free. To have money in the bank, savings set aside, investments working for you. To know that you have a safety net, that you are secure no matter what happens. Imagine being able to take time off work to travel, to spend time with your family, to pursue a passion or hobby that you've always wanted to explore. Imagine not having to worry about how you'll pay the bills if something unexpected happens. That is the freedom of financial security. That is the reward for building your own castle. Now, I'm not saying that you need to suddenly stop spending money on anything you enjoy or that you should live a life of complete deprivation. No, that's not the message. The message is to be mindful, to be intentional with your spending, to think twice before you buy that new gadget or that new phone. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this adding real value to my life, or is it just a temporary distraction? Start small. Start by saving a little more each month. Cut out unnecessary expenses. Focus on what truly matters to you. And as you begin to see the benefits of this mindset, as you start to feel the weight of financial worry lift, as you start to build your own security, you will find it easier and easier to keep going. And while you're at it, think about what really matters to you. Is it the latest phone, or is it the time you spend with your loved ones? Is it the newest gadget, or is it the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are financially secure? Is it the fleeting pleasure of a new purchase, or the lasting satisfaction of building something that truly matters? When you choose to build your own castle, you are choosing to invest in what truly matters. You are choosing to build a life that is rich in experiences, in relationships, in freedom, and in peace. So, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to start building your own castle, a commitment to be mindful of your spending, to save more, to invest wisely, and to think long term. And I want you to let me know in the comments if you're ready to take this step. Write, "I build my castle," if you're ready to make a change. Let's create a community here, a movement of people who are tired of building the castles of others and are ready to start building their own. Remember, this journey won't always be easy. There will be temptations, there will be setbacks, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But stay strong. Remember the principles of Stoicism, that true wealth is not found in what you own, but in what you can do without. Remember that every step you take toward building your own castle is a step toward freedom, security, and true happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours. You can continue to live in the cycle of spending and working, working and spending. Or you can choose to break free. You can choose to build your own castle, to invest in yourself, to create a life that is rich in meaning, in joy, and in true wealth. It's time to take back control. It's time to build our own castles, and I hope you'll join me on this journey. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Sammy Pie the Now, for more content like this. Subscribing is an easy way to stay connected and keep learning how to build a life that truly matters. Your subscription helps us grow this community and keep the conversation going. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to write, "I build my castle," in the comments if you're with me. Until next time, this is Sammy Pie the Now, reminding you to build wisely, live intentionally, and never forget the power of your choices.